Hey guys, I think I'm able to verbalize what the problem is. There's so much chaos in society right now. Everyone's confused, but not only confused, also misled, misguided. And ultimately, it's because we all think of everyone as a line. They're going in a certain line direction. That's what they have in their head. That's what they have been programmed, or maybe think they consciously are aware that they should be doing, like going in a certain direction, taking certain actions in life because they need to go in that direction that they may or may not be able to verbalize. But now imagine there are billions of us on this planet. We're gonna crash. We're all gonna crash. That's how you get conflict. It's just because we're unaligned. So we're colliding into each other. And how does this happen? Well, you have certain people that have a certain priority, for example, in the government. But then you have people who have their own priorities who are not in the government. And also for media, institutions. I mean, this is honestly everywhere. I mean, this is even between two people. No two people are ever going to be fully aligned. Naturally. I don't know, but the ultimate issue is that we don't have an actual system for alignment. We don't actually have a system that does specifically this. Right now, the best we have is, conversations. Oh, the best we have is conversations, right? We talk, we have dialogue, whatever. We come to agreement. But the issue with that still is that people don't, there's not always enough safety or comfort for all parties in the discussion to really get their thoughts out. It's really that simple. You don't say certain things, certain people, in certain situations, whatever. Some people, the people who are in charge, just don't want to hear it, or whatever the case is. So that's ultimately the issue, is that we're unaligned and we don't have a way to align us. Our current methods of talking, conversing, debating, they're all flawed, for the simple reason that, one, not everyone is fully capable of expressing what they want to express in real time, like in face-to-face with, let's say, many people, or with certain people, whatever the case is. And also due to the exposure, like you don't want to say certain things and then it be attributed to you, so you don't. And that's ultimately why these discussions, although we all say, right, oh, just have a conversation, talk it out, but even the people in the conversation, this conversation method is still not suitable to address the issues for the same things about people voluntarily withholding. And even if you ask them, hey, are you withholding, they'll, in some situations, still say no. So ultimately I thought about this and I created a system that intends to align all of the users. It's basically everyone proposes their idea, then we all rate each other's ideas, and then the one with the highest rating, it wins. It's really that simple. It's a continuous group chat, so conversations and ideas evolve, right? And so this is intended to be like a running engine that stays on, because people's ideas and beliefs, perspectives shift as they learn, as time goes on. So this is a this is an emergent this is a system that has emergent properties. Like, we can't predict what is going to win next. It's purely based on what wins, what the collective decides to give the highest rating to. It's like it's a, I mean, it's democracy. It's true. It's truly. It's a truly democratic collective expression engine, meaning it expresses what the collective wants. How does it get what the collective wants and not like what only one person wants or certain people? Well, because it's democratic. Everyone's vote is equal. So that's ultimately. Oh, and the way it works is that once everyone sees the winning idea, then everyone learns from it. Because some people definitely didn't think of that. And so what happens now? Now we all just learned kind of the same thing, and now we all build based off of that together. So this is a system that's why it's in a alignment, because it aligns you continuously. Because okay, imagine the first winning idea. Okay, now we're all more slightly aligned towards it in its direction, and then now we all build off the same starting point. So now for the next winning idea, we're also going to be more aligned again. So the way I envision this is kind of, as time goes on, we get more and more aligned. It's kind of like a graph, like an asymptote, where we're never going to ever be truly fully aligned. So we're never going to actually hit the bottom, like perfect alignment. But like, we start off very unaligned, and as time goes on, we get more and more, and eventually, I mean, we're not going to be even able to tell that we're not aligned, because we're all growing and thinking together in the same direction. And the beautiful thing is that no one's in charge. This is truly democratic, and I do believe decentralized also goes in there. There's no center point of control. Everyone is equal participants. So I do think that I am able to clearly express what the issue is in society, like as a whole, for everyone. What we're all dealing with is collective unalignment. And I do believe that I have the engine that can, over time, align us. It's a repeated process. And another thing is that it never ends. So once we all have the best idea, right, it wins, then we get the next best idea. Even could be better, because that one was produced after everyone learned the first one, and you keep going. So this really has no limit as to how evolved our thinking can get as a collective, without any putting the responsibility on any single one person. So I do genuinely believe that I have the solution to all the problems that well, not all the problems, but a lot of problems will be solved if we solve this fundamental issue of misalignment or unalignment. And the issue is, well, I'm putting out this video to see, well, hopefully someone understands. Let's see if this catches fire. I see a lot of videos recently, people posting about, well, honestly, people posting just like this, like just ranting or just saying what's on their mind, or complaining, or just saying, about their realities. And this is the reality that I'm in. This is how I see things. And that is what I have done to try to do something about it. It's called One Mind, because the goal is to get us all aligned in one certain thinking path. Because if you think about it, right now, let's say we were to produce the best possible, we were able to find what it is that we are currently aligned on. Okay, well then, let's say right now, if we were to do our best effort to verbalize what it is that we are all currently aligned on, even though we didn't do it intentionally, it's just emergence behavior given our real reality setup. Whatever that thing would be, it wasn't chosen by us consciously. It's emergent due to real life circumstances, things happening too fast, and we're not able to necessarily talk about all the things that we align on. Kind of just whatever. We don't have a system right now, and so this is that system. Hopefully, I mean, I can't see why not. It's truly democratic, and that is the problem. The problem that it addresses is a serious issue of we're unaligned. And I've said a lot, or repeated a lot of things, some things a lot of times, but this is tough. This has been tough for me to get users. Either I need to pay users to use it, or put ads. But this only really works if you actually use it between people who actually would be able to who would be able to align around the winning thoughts. For example, right now the users are globally distributed. They don't know each other. So they can individually align around the winning thought, but you kind of lose that network effect. It's better if people who work together or are in close proximity to each other, if they use it, because then they can, on top of individually aligning, they can also as a group align as well, and the effect will be much better. The issue is getting people to try it. I mean, that would be easy. I could just get money, pay, find some random people that know each other, and hopefully, well, I guess the money would do the convincing, but convince them to give it a try. I can do that, okay? But I just don't have the money for that right now. But I do think, and let me know what you think, okay? Really, let me know what you think, because I really can't see how this is not the solution. Like, imagine if we're all aligned in society around a shared single direction, collective direction. You know how many problems we're going to avoid simply because we're not colliding anymore in ways that we couldn't even have predicted, because now we're all consciously aligned in a certain direction. We're all going to be much more attuned with each other, much more balance, much more peace, remove that, less guessing on what is going on. Because I mean, like, just before I made this video, I was on YouTube, and the other day, let me start with this. the other day I found this guy. He's from Canada. He uses Wojak a lot in his video, or his name. I don't know what his exact name is, but he's Canadian. He's going through poverty, and he talks about all of the things in the system, like the welfare system and whatever. Like, you need a job and you don't have time. You need money for a bus pass. You need money to eat, but you don't have money to pay for college, whatever. And he's kind of stuck in a certain situation. So that was really refreshing to hear. I look for videos that, like, I don't know, teach me something, open my eyes to something. And a lot of these videos, I'm sure maybe a lot of you have seen them already, know what I'm talking about. But they're like these philosophy videos and whatever, you know, they got that voice. This is what, I'm not even gonna say anything because I don't want to expose what I be watching. Not that it's bad, but let me just avoid side criticisms. But those videos, like, think about the videos like to go to sleep, a philosophy video for sleep. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. So I be hearing these things, trying to like learn something, trying to make sense of stuff, but they just don't hit the spot, you know. And then I found this guy's video a few days ago, and there's like, my awareness expands more if I just listen to this guy who's actually going through stuff talk about his stuff. And that was really refreshing. I rarely leave comments in videos, but in his video I was like, this is nice, like, this guy is real, he's honest, and that it was refreshing to hear. And today I saw another video from a different person. It's a girl, and she literally was just, well, I didn't watch it because I wanted to make this video, but it inspired me because her title was something about, like, I'm something about crashing out, or not crashing out, but like being confused, like she doesn't know what's going on. And I do believe she started off the video with, oh shit, I'm under attack. She started off the video with, fuck, about she's close to the edge. Not, those aren't her exact words, but something about that. So basically, she was about to complain, or she did complain and uploaded the video about her real experiences. And and then one of the comments was, what is going on, or what are we are all confused, or something like that, about just like, like, this is insane, there's too much going on. It wasn't about anything specific, they were just talking general, which is true. There's just too much going on, too much confusion, too much I don't know, just too much, too many rules, too much lying, manipulation, corruption, no responsibility. But who bears responsibility when no one's really can make decisions? No one has any like authority even over themselves, really. Like, this is just insane. And you can't speak about things. People don't know how to speak about things. People aren't even aware or know how to even express what they're feeling or going through. They may not even be aware. It's just, this is not what a high functioning society should be like, or even just society, just people, human beings. Like, this is not how human beings need to live. We don't need to live like this. There's no reason to. The only reason is because we don't have a better way. And So that's why I made this video, because a lot of people are complaining. No one knows what's going on. and and there's no answers. It's just confusion. Everyone's, yes, confused, but no one has any answers. Because what do we even do about this? There really is no answer. There's no straight answer. The best I can propose is, over time, we over time become more aligned over time through this One Mind platform. But I can't even give specific answers about what to do about specific things. The whole point is that it'll be emergent decisions from the collective. It'll emerge from all of us. No single person in charge, no people in authority in charge. Just what the will of the people. What inspired me to try that out is wisdom of the crowds. There was this experiment where they had a ball or something, object. They told people to guess how much it weighed or its mass or something. But they asked, I don't know, hundreds of people, maybe 1,000 and something. And when they did the math, the people were off. Let's say it was like 1,017, whatever. They were off by less than 1 point from the exact weight or measurement that they were guessing. So when you ask many people, you get the input of many people, okay? And you kind of find what they're trying to say. I do believe, well, according to this experiment, that you can get some accurate results, some meaningful results. So that's why I think people may think, oh, it's the result of people in society, but not everyone in society can contribute meaningfully, or they're dumb, they know what they're talking about, whatever. But the truth is, it's a phenomenon that occurs only when many people are involved. You need many people to see this, for this to work. And the people who won't help, their input is still valuable, believe it or not. At least that's my thinking for the way this works. It needs many people to work. And so that's why I do think that, think about a future society. Let me put it like this. Think about a futuristic society in the future, where everything is high efficiency, organized, no confusion about what you're supposed to do or really what's gonna happen tomorrow, at least so much as we're capable of controlling. Like no random buildings in the 9/11 are gonna get blown up tomorrow without our knowledge. Think about a society like this, where the people are truly in charge of their own society, so you don't got stuff like that happening. And there's honestly gonna be no need for wars. Wars are gonna be done, because war happens when two opposing sides are directly opposing each other. But with this collective alignment platform, we're all gonna slowly converge towards the same direction. So war, imagine starting a war with someone who's doing the exact same thing as you. That you're all working towards the same goal. It's not gonna happen. Especially when there are more people involved, no one's gonna let that happen. Because at that point, everyone is protecting the common goal. And if you start a side war with someone, then you're directly opposing the common goal, which means you're directly opposing everyone else, and then they're just gonna start war against you. It's not gonna be a smart decision. It's not gonna pay off. It's not worth it. And so this collective alignment platform saves us from a lot of things. Also from the need to think for ourselves, like all of the solutions to all of our problems individually. Because like, think about how many people are thinking about the same problem right now and trying to come up with a solution. A lot. That's a lot of wasted mental energy. If we could all just think together, only one person has to think of the solution, and then we all benefit from it if it wins. Or another thing, what if there's a solution to a problem, but it has two parts, part A, part B? You have part A, I have part B, but we're far from each other, whatever, and those two things never connect. Well, with this platform, they will. Because it's not about who said the idea, it's purely focused on the ideas themselves. So I'm urging, maybe this will be the first time I actually tell people that they actually should check out One Mind. Check it out. Envision what I'm envisioning. Like imagine, okay, we live in a Republican democracy. Listen, I may not be using the right terms, but I'm pretty close to, I know what I'm talking about. Oh, representative democracy, where the people don't directly vote on things, they vote for people, and then those people vote on things. So we need to stop that. Okay, I'm gonna be straight up. We're not gonna do that. In the society that I'm envisioning, there's no place for that. People are people. They have their own initiatives, their own agendas, whatever. Everyone is vulnerable to corruption. So the way to eliminate that level of corruption, that whatever path, is to just eliminate this representative democracy. Just let the people directly. We don't need you to go speak for us. And especially when those representatives can get persuaded and bribed, of course, because they're all humans. Can't blame them, but we need to then cancel that position, find another system that doesn't rely on representatives, so we can eliminate that vector of inefficiency and unalignment with the collective will. One mind. I envision One Mind. I think it'd be like a total dictatorship. Okay, but stay with me. Dictatorship in the sense that it's kind of the final word, but that final word came from us. So it's like a democratic dictatorship of, well, I was going to say of technology because it's a software platform, but the technology it only does what we drive it to do, what we tell it. So it's really self-government by us. We do our own propositions, our own ideas. We send our own ideas. We all rate our own ideas. And democratically, there's a winner. Presumably, it's a good idea, because otherwise, how would it win if many people are voting? How would a bad idea beat a good idea? It's with the wisdom of the crowd, it's very not likely to happen. So the output of this, it's not bad, and it's also democratic. And if a society needs order to function, the order should be set by the people in the society, not people running society but not really part of society, like living in secluded in their own dream world while they're governing people, but they don't even live with those people. So One Mind is truly self-government. So I please check out One Mind. Think about it. Think about what kinds of problems it would solve if we actually used it in society, if anyone actually paid attention to it. Right now, look, right now I just made a pivot recently where I'm marketing to teams who need to make decisions, because yeah, I was going for like civic infrastructure, public infrastructure, but right now I need money. So, and I was getting low engagement with those keywords. I'm doing Google search ads. And so far with the team decision tool positioning, and another one was like team meeting alternative, I guess like people who don't want to meet, which this tool does serve. This tool is general purpose. It can help any group of people come to a shared conclusion, whether it's a million, billions of people, or 5 people, whether it's people who know each other or don't know each other. They're close, they're far. They don't even need to know each other or be in the same room. Like, this works at an idea level, not yeah, so this is abstract. So that's why it's very, you can use it in many different contexts, because it is context independent. And and yeah, so I'm doing that positioning with the teams, but it's only again because I need money. The real goal, listen, if I have to be honest, is to get rid of all these positions of leadership. We don't need, okay? We need to govern ourselves. Everyone has equal voice, and let the collective emergence decide. And back to why I trust the collective, the wisdom thing, apart from the experiment that kind of definitely showed that there is some truth to trusting the collective wisdom. But also, I thought about this. Look, on average, humanity is advancing. Technology is advancing, healthcare, lifespans, expectancy, whatever. Oh, we're basically advancing on average as time goes on. So I was like, okay, well, it looks like on average, we're the collective is already advancing. So let me just work with that. Let me just get the thoughts of the collective, because I'm sure that on average, they're going to lead us towards progress, as we are already doing, but we're doing it in an uncoordinated way. With one mind, we would actually be coordinated. And so all you people out there, I'm gonna be as direct as I can have the courage to be right now, but while not sounding like a lunatic. All you people who are aware that this is not the way to live, okay? There's really no balance in society. This is a big mess. Yet also no one talks about it. But all you people who are losing hope, who basically, that's it. All the people who lose hope, who have lost hope, losing hope, and just getting stressed and burnt out, tired, stuck, desperate, especially those who are desperate. I want to give you a small possibility of hope, which is that I do believe I am onto the early stages of something transformative. I am aware of this mess, the mess that we are in, and I do think I have the solution. I don't know how it'll play out exactly, because also I can't predict. I suppose as one mind gets used more and adopted more, people are going to, well, that's the whole point, align around its outcomes, its results. But so that means that on top of the ideas being emergent, we don't know what's going to win. Since their actions are going to be dependent on it, and then their actions lead to changes in our reality, we don't know how our reality is going to change, because we don't know what the results are going to be of one mind. And so we don't know how people are going to start adopting one mind, what they're going to start doing with it, what roles it is going to be playing in society. I don't know right now. I can only guess. I'm sure it's going to become ubiquitous, meaning it's going to be used everywhere. Hopefully, like in families, they're going to have their own one mind chat. We're going to have one at a global scale. Maybe some, like every organization is going to have their own, but they're also going to have to be aligned with the global one. So I don't know how they're going to do that. Like, I don't know. But this is like raw material. One mind right now is raw material. It can be shaped into anything, repurposed for any purpose. And the only thing is that this revolution is going about too slow. Like, I have 2 years working on this thing, and I've been trying to get users maybe for the past year. Either test users where I try to show them the app and then hope that they invite their other acquaintances, families, and friends to it, because they might see the value. They do see the value, but they don't invite their peoples. I'm doing Google search ads now, but at the end of the day, right now I need money, so I'm doing the team decision angle. But that's fine. If people start paying me for one mind, well, one mind is multi-purpose. I can easily repurpose it. I mean, it's already usable for any purpose. All you have to do is create a chat and invite the people you want into it. It could be a team, it could be family, be friends, could be whoever, but it works. And so, what was I saying? I've said enough. Pretty sure I've said everything I wanted to say except something, because I still feel like something is missing. About the future society. Look, with this, we have a huge potential to really, really fundamentally change how humans operate, how humans interact as at a species level, big ass bumblebee. At a that thing was here yesterday. I think that's his house. So let me go to another place. And we have there's some serious hope here. There's a non-zero chance that, well, if you were to ask me, from my perspective, given the engine that one mind is, how it works, I mean, there's really no competition for the claim of trying to be like the world ordering system or the world alignment system. In other words, how I said it was democratic dictatorship. And I was here. Oh shit! But yeah, let's just see what happens. I'm gonna start posting videos now, like other people are doing. People are giving me, they have the courage to speak about their issues. They're asking essentially for help online, and I'm here trying to provide what I can, whatever I can provide. And with that, this is the first video of hopefully, if I don't lose hope and steam or trust in you guys or people or whatever, what I'm doing, hopefully there will be more. I hope there will be more, because that means I still believe. I haven't stopped believing. It's just tough. I'm just sometimes not sure if I can do it. I'm sure it can be done with what I have, just if I have the resources. I mean, I can do it, but I need to really focus, because I'm not a high resource person. I need to pay for ads, anything that needs updating, feature, a bug. I need to do it with my time. If there's any miscalculation in my vision, then that's me who needs to rethink the system and make the appropriate changes to keep the project in accordance with what the vision is that I have of a decentralized yet organized, highly efficient society. Think about how much progress we're going to be able to make once we're all aligned in some way. Technology, healthcare, man, we're going to have flying cars and highways, and it's all going to be decentralized, managed, decentralized. How do you say that? It's all going to be decentralizedly managed in a decentralized form. So yeah, our current reality, if you just take it how it is, it's not clear what the path forward is. I mean, people are literally chanting for death of other people, trying to get rid of certain problems. They attribute those problems to those people, so they just want to get rid of those people. But the thing is that it's not that simple. Certain people may have certain problems, but their existence may be preventing other problems. Or if you resort to that solution, well then, who's to draw the line between where the issue is, when it's solvable, when it's not solvable, when someone needs to go, or when they can stay for restorative practices, restoration. Once you start trying to shove people out, then society stops being peaceful. It becomes a place of paranoia where you're just not sure if that person is an enemy or friend. So we need to avoid that. Yes, that is a way to eliminate problems, certain problems, to eliminate certain people, but that's not the optimal way for long-term maintenance, sustainability. That's really not the way. We need alignment, understanding, agreement, coordination. Of course, no one wants to be told what to do. No one wants a single person to be in charge, because everyone has their own right to their lives, to not be governed. No one should be subjected to the will of another person. But that's the current reality right now. It does happen all the time. And some people have lost hope. They don't even want to even try. They They forgot how to fight. And so personally, I'm living in a very hopeful state, like almost every day. But it's it's also kind of in a delusional state, because my goals and visions are so detached right now from what the current reality is, that at the same time that also makes me lose hope. Because it's like, is this even realistic to that this can happen? I mean, according to my logic, according to what's built and what can come of it, of course, if enough people adopt it, I mean, it needs to be used. But then I'm like, that would mean that I did something insane. And I'm like, could that reality happen where I really did that? So that's the thing, is like, I'm hopeful of the mechanism that I have, but then the implications of it, the implications is that I'm gonna be insanely rich. So that part right there, I'm like, can it be possible that I become insanely rich? I don't know. I've never been. But either way, the whole point of this, at the end of the day, is I want a new society. I want a new world. I want a better place to live. Never been up here. Let me see. Trails. And who's to say it can't be done? Technology can do a lot for us that we can't do for ourselves. If we can just get a certain technology to help us achieve this vision, of course it can be done through the power of technology. And I guess I don't want to make this video too long, but you know what? Why not? I'm basically done talking. I basically said I'm not done talking. I'm not done talking. But oh, this is nice up here. Who's to put a limit on what you can envision? That's what I envision. Like, who's gonna tell me no? Let's see you try, buddy. Come stop me. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be silent here. There's some lady walking. I don't want her to listen to me ramble, thinking. I have a bit of social anxiety. I kind of lose my train of thought when people disrupt me with their existence. Oh, what's my charge? I have 43%. I'm good. Alright, so what is here? Anyway, like, I mean, I'm gonna do it, bro. No one's gonna stop me. There's a bunch of jealous dudes Nah. Well, it's a reality, man. There's another reason why I made it. People, you know, even unintentionally. Let me take that back. Okay, I'm projecting. There's certain things in human nature that it costs. Okay, it costs to hold back, like jealousy, hate. But it's all fear driven. And fear is not easy to overcome. It's when you don't feel safe. One mind removes the responsibility of people needing to make each other feel safe, because all they need to do is follow one mind. Because one mind is safe. So you just follow it. So in a way, this will also eliminate a lot of our interpersonal conflicts that we have due to just our best mechanism for interacting with each other and handling each other. But it's something that technology doesn't have a problem with. Technology doesn't have the psychological limitations that we have in circuits. So we program in a certain way and we follow it, we can avoid. Or at least transform the problem into a different problem. But what was I saying? Yeah, so see, now this is what I was afraid of. That I'll expose myself as a lunatic by talking for too long. But you know what? It's not illegal. Can't go to jail for that. No one's gonna come attack me over it. Haven't offended anyone. May lose some respect or gain. I don't know. But yeah, so you see why it's not so simple to do this than I'm saying, because there's so much human interpersonal dynamic. Like even me right now, as you saw, I was worrying if I spoke too much because I'm worried about how I look. But I'm here trying to talk about potential solution to a serious issue. But my worry of how I will be perceived and treated, which is actually a valid concern. The reason why anybody cares what another person thinks is because what a person thinks is how they act. If they think bad about you, they're gonna act bad towards you. So everyone who says, "Oh, I don't care what people think," you're just ignoring the problem, but the problem is still there. And and it'll not stop being a problem. Anyway, so what do I want to say finally? What I want to say is check out One Mind later, because I'm always making updates to it. Check back periodically. Leave comments on this video. And again, the only reason why I did this today is because I've been inspired by the people posting already. Well, if I'll be honest, posting content that is less useful than mine, I think, and yet they're still posting it. So that gave me hope by comparative analysis. But I can't say that because then I'll be an asshole. But if I'm being honest, I wouldn't post this if I felt that other people's videos were way higher quality than mine. I would not have posted this. I'm posting this because I feel like we're kind of there on similar levels. I think I may be a little higher, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I'm posting it, and I hope, you know what I hope? That I can actually see my vision unfold as through these videos. And that people, their vision grows with this vision. 'Cause then it'll be good. Like, this will be documentation. If I ever need to revisit, oh, why did I do that? What was I thinking? What happened here? I can have all these records, and on top of that, basically have all you people, whoever watch. Oh shit! Oh shit! Yo, I just had a beaver. I think it's a beaver charging at me. I said, oh, hell no. Yo. Nah, I'm not gonna. I have never ran away from something so fucking fast. Yo. Nah, we just got something like historical on video. I actually ran for my life. Like, for real. Nah. What are the chances that on this very important video, something like that never happens? It happens. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe it's a synchronicity or synchronicity, however you say that word. I hear people say it differently. But nah, today has been an adventure. Both mentally and adrenaline spikily. And courageously. Yeah, now I'm talking way too much, but well, this is the first one, bro. If I even get 2 views, and I'll probably get like, I'll probably get like 5 views in like, who knows, for an indefinite amount of time. Maybe until I start posting more videos and like the algorithm starts pushing them together. But this is a long ass video, and I'm probably gonna get like 2 views. So, well, at least if I don't get views, this still serves me for documentation purposes and having a clearing my thinking for this very own project. Alright, I'm gonna cut it out now.